going everyone? AFC Finners, we have returned to the outskirts of London for National League action as Maidenhead United face Tom's good friends Forest Green Rovers. What, that's Steve Cottrell. Yeah. Hello Luciano, welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. This has been a day in the offing for some time. We've had a wander around local town, not bad. Done a little bit of shopping in the winter seasons. We're heading over to the ground now. It should be a good day. There's the ground. Turned up at the same time as Forest Green. Nice club shop there. That's really cool. Nice and old fashioned. Good start. Pin badge for £4. Very nice crest with some magpies on it. That is brilliant. They've got a 4G artificial pitch that you can book inside the stadium. I've never seen that before. That's stroke of genius. Good way of growing the community. Fair play Maidenhead. A nice USP, encouraging people to partake. I love that. Yeah, there's sort of lunch, coffee and a Mars bar for $3.50. Got decent options. Said there's veggie burger and some fries available, so maybe get that out of time. How are you feeling, boys?
Not too bad, you?
Yeah, right. We got hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Man, nice coffee.
I'm building up to it.
Good man. Top man. Yeah, nice road, nice area. Tom, do you want to tell them what you've just done?
Oh, I've just booked a holiday in Estonia.
It's going to be great. Take off a few grounds there.
Yeah.
Good man. He's going to Estonia in September. We go to Budapest in March. Life is good. Okay, so we've decided to move behind the goal, see where the action is. Having fun, guys?
Yeah.
So it should be a good game. Kickoff is approaching. We'll enjoy this game, but before we do, let's find out a bit about today's hosts, Maidenhead United.
Maidenhead United were founded in 1870 and will be one of the 15 clubs to take part in the first ever edition of the FA Cup in the 1871-1872 campaign. In the second season, they reached the quarter-finals and would do so on 2 further occasions. They were a founding member of the Southern League in 1894, but consecutive bottom-place finishes in the second divisions saw them move over to Berkshire League. They changed their name to Maidenhead United after merging with Maidenhead Norfolkians in 1920, and would go on to win Division 1 of the Spartan League in 1927. They won the Premier Division in 1932, and won it again 2 years later. After joining the Corinthian League during the Second World War, they won the league's Memorial Shield in 1957 and the league the next season. They won the Corinthian League twice in a row in the early 1960s, the second of which was combined with another victory in the Shield. They would join the Isthmian League in the 1970s, a system they would remain a part of for a lengthy period, and they won the full Members' Cup in 1997. They would be moved to the Conference South in 2004, but were relegated to the Premier Division of the Southern League. They achieved promotion via the playoffs in 2007. 10 years later, they won the National League South to advance to the 5th tier, and they've remained in the National League ever since. Overall, they've won 1 National League South title, 1 Isthmian League Full Members' Cup, 3 Corinthian League titles, 2 Corinthian League Memorial Shields, 3 Spartan Leagues, 1 Great Western Suburban League, 1 West Berkshire League, and 22 Berks and Bucks Senior Cups. And a bit of trivia, the club's home of York Road is considered to be the oldest senior ground continuously used by the same club, with Maidenhead first playing there in 1871. So those are our hosts, Maidenhead United. Let's have a look inside their home, York Road.
There's the options, in case everybody was wondering. Not at all. We go chips for £4. Red listed cheese on cheesy chips. Haven't seen that before. Good choice. No, it's the league actually. Well, it was coming. Forest Green, we were expecting to get points out of it as the fans have come storming into this stand. Neat bit of play, played across the box, and Ollie Bunker has tapped it in for 1-0. The floodgates have opened, and perhaps it could be a comfortable team for Forest Green. We'll see.
So the Forest Green Rovers in the 35th minute score by number 8, Charlie Cannon.
Well, Maidenhead had the ball in defence, the ball found its way to McCann, and he's run through on goal and slotted it into the bottom corner. I think that could be the point size sealed and delivered already, but a comfortable lead for Forest Green now. Maidstone have not really looked into it. 2-0, could be plenty more. Define aura. There's Stevie Cottrell walking through the fans. Now, this is a full-time song. You can't have this at half-time. Well, it's a new radical say Forest Green have got the music in them. Half-time, it is 2-0, and a very comfortable performance. Steve Cottrell will be very happy, and if they keep going like this, they'll be back in the Football League in no time. Maidenhead got a lot of work to do. Half-time, Maidenhead 0, Forest Green 2. We got the dreamer's disease. I just can't look, it's killing me. Taking control.
Goal for Maidenhead United in the 66 minutes from one of the full Will Haviland.
Well, that came out of nowhere. It's been all Forest Green second half. The Sunday cross came in and looping header from Maidenhead has gone into the net. Suddenly, game on. Not as one-sided as we thought. 2-1. Normal service resumed for the away side. Another neat set piece routine. Fair across goal and Johnny Moore Taylor stretched out a leg and tapped it in. 2-goal advantage restored. 3 points back in sight again. 3-1 to Forest Green Rovers. Well, that's why they're top. A long ball was played and they're forward, taking a touch and then lobbed it over the goalkeeper, Andy Cole style. Beautiful finish, slowly soared into the top corner and the win sealed once and for all. 4-1.
Your support as well, 1,256 is the attendance this afternoon. Reminder that we have football here.
Full time and as expected, a comfortable win for Steve Cottrell's side. No doubt if they keep up performances like that, the Football League return will be very much in sight. A fun afternoon here on the outskirts of London as the evening sky descends. Full time, Maidenhead 1, Forest Green Rovers 4. Thank you, announcer. Oh, fun day finishes off in a nice Green King Maggie Tom provided a thatched cottage in Maidenhead. Very nice pub, just had a nice loomy flatbread. Get my pudding shortly, so thank you both for joining me. Good to be back at a National League game. Yeah, it's great fun. Thank you again to Mallow for driving and organising. But yeah, this day's been in the pipeline for a while and it's been really good fun. And Gianno's off to Portugal next week. I'm off to Malaga 2 weeks today, so things looking up, and obviously Tomaldo's booked his holiday for next year. Christmas season is approaching, we've got more games coming up. Thank you all for watching, it's been good fun. Last week we did the New York Stadium, or was this one the Old York? Now we're doing the Old York Stadium. Next week we should be doing the postmodern York Stadium, then the New Wave York Stadium. We'll take them all off. Thanks for a fun day, boys. Pleasure as always. Time for us to rate the experience.
So we will start off with welcome, and it was a fine welcome, to be fair. There are plenty of members of staff that we had a bit of a joke and a laugh with. There's a lot of soul to the club. They make sure to be very proud of the identity, and everything's well dotted out. They make sure it's clear where tea points and bars and toilets are, etc. So they know how to cater to a good experience and make sure everyone feels comfortable. Yeah, friendly stewards, friendly staff. Didn't have too many issues there. I think it's definitely a really enjoyable place as a Groundhopper, and they definitely take a lot of pride in their identity as a club. And I think the whole thing they had with a 6-a-side AstroTurf cage inside the stadium was a stroke of genius. I think that's a really good idea and will help encourage kids to come along and get the chance to play football. Because I think a lot of like children who want to go to a game, you know, often can't kick a ball about in the stadium. So I think something like that to sort of keep them entertained before the game is a really good idea, and definitely gives them a USP, which I think is what a lot of clubs need. So pretty decent welcome overall, felt perfectly comfortable. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Food and drink, really good. It was really nice cheesy chips available, but they had plenty of options. They had a veggie burger available too, and lots of tea points around the ground that are very clearly marked, so it's very easy to get refreshment and nutrition, which I really respect. So they definitely take a lot of pride in the food and drink, and sort of care and dedication taken to it. I love the little bar area sort of hidden to the side as well. So yeah, really well thought out in terms of food and drink. Definitely does a job that it needs to. I think considering where it's located, there's obviously a lot of competition from nearby pubs, so they definitely take a lot of pride in that, and I think it's really respectable what they do offer. Really good range. I don't think the food and drink will let you down, so I'll also give that an 8 out of 10. Stadium, I love a ground that has the sort of retro feel like that, the old-fashioned style terraces. They've definitely made sure to keep a lot of the soul, but there are some areas where I think just a little lick of paint is needed. There's a lot of sort of empty space that I think could be worked on, some areas that could do with covering. I think it's sort of a bit of a mishmash of different kind of grounds. I definitely respect that they want to make sure they stay in the same home they have for well over 150 years, and I really respect that. But I just think there's one or two areas where I could maybe do with like a little bit more seating or standing. It's well thought out, but there's obviously just some areas where there's not consistency. But I loved the bit behind the goal where it had the words Maidenhead United in black and white club colours. I absolutely love something like that. Really gives it soul. And the fact that, you know, they had the plaques, all the club badges everywhere. There's definitely a lot of pride taken in the stadium, and I think they shouldn't sell out and get rid of all the retro stuff. I think that's brilliant. But you got one side where you can stand, one side where you can sit. It's a good range. Like, some areas do look really cool. It's not necessarily the most aesthetically pleasing stadium just because there's a lot of inconsistencies and like 3 different stands in one. It can get a bit confusing, but I'm not too sure like what else to change other than just maybe adding a bit more roofing, because you obviously got to keep that cage. But overall, I think it's definitely a club that's more focused on standing. But obviously, I think if they do get to Football League, which certainly is a possibility, there will be a lot of improvements that need to be made. But I think there's a lot of soul to the grounds, but I think realistically there'll be a lot of improvements that have to be made in the future as well. So I'll probably give the stadium a 5.5 out of 10. And finally, value for money. Some areas it was good, some not so much. I think the ticket was quite expensive. I think 20 quid for a National League game, especially a club that have consistently finished mid-table. 20 quid I think is a little bit too much for that. Between 10 or 15 quid would be a more reasonable price. But at least you're getting a good experience overall, and you have free reign of where you can go in the ground, which a lot of clubs don't do. Food and drink was reasonably priced. It was about $3.50 for me to get a burger or chips, so it wasn't a rip-off in that regard. Pin badge was 4 quid, which was obviously more expensive than it should be, but only a quid. But overall, value for money is okay. I just think the ticket was a little bit too expensive, and I think a lot of groundhoppers such as myself might look at Maidenhead and think, oh, 20 quid, don't want to pay that. Other clubs at a similar level might charge less, and then people will go there, and as a result, Maidenhead make nothing. So I think the ticket price is more expensive than it should be, but apart from that, value for money is okay. So I'll probably give the value for money a 6 out of 10. So that was Maidenhead. Thank you, Luciano and Tomaldo, for joining me. Nice traditional grounds and a tiny bit of English footballing history. You won't regret it. Best of luck to Maidenhead for the rest of the season, and it was nice to have Stevie Cottrell wandering by us, one of the best Football League managers. If you'd like to see more days out like this, you can check out the Patreon in the link below and support me for as little as £1 a month. You'll help more days out like this take place. I've been AFC Finners. Thank you all for watching. See you next time, and stick with us as we go ground to ground. AFC Finners out.